Hello everyone, it is Erin Floto here, and I am here showing you my mid-year migration video. I'm so pumped for it. I am moving from an A5 planner to a B5 planner. I cannot show you the cover because it is brand new and I'm not allowed to show you yet. But with all that said, I am so stoked to be in a B5 planner. This is something that I really needed to do just because the end of the year may be a lot different than it was at the beginning of the year when I was mostly, well, 100% working from home, and now potentially moving back and forth between the office and home. So a lot of things need to change, and change is a little nerve-wracking, but let's go ahead and jump on into it. Okay, and here we go. I'm so excited. Okay, so I decided when I got the subscription box that I was going to play around with all of the different types of notepad colors and a lot of different things that were in the subscription box. I used the sticky notes from the subscription box to help me plan out my B5 notebook. Oh my god, it's so weird saying that. So as most of you know, I have been in an A5 since I started bullet journaling a really long time ago. It's been years actually, but now I am moving to a B5. And the reason I'm doing that is because I think it will make a lot of sense for me as I am transitioning potentially back to work. I don't know, it's still all up in the air, but potentially back to work where I can have a lot more space to just play around with how I am doing my bullet journaling style. While I was working from home, I split a lot of things up into multiple bullet journals, which is totally fine. It has worked really well for me actually, splitting things up because I have been at the same desk. But even if I do go back to work, it's not only going to be in a only work office capacity. I'm also going to be working from home. So that has always been my life as a government employee, is a little bit of both. So the first page, I did a quote, which I thought was really applicable to starting in a B5, where every day is going to be, I'm going to be a beginner in this notebook. So I thought it was really fun to go ahead and incorporate that quote. And I also incorporated a at a glance calendar for the rest of 2021 and then into 2022. And then I am also doing a future log. So I actually have never done this type of layout for a future log. I usually do my classic circle future log, but I really wanted to incorporate some more of the paper. So I decided to do headers on one section and then with the calendar inside, which I don't show in this particular video. I just use stickers that I printed out for myself that I have in my Etsy and on my website. So I include those later on, but I have the whole setup going where I have July through February on the left-hand side, and then the rest of the months on the right-hand side. And then the boxes that are immediately to the right are where I will put different types of dates and things like that that are important. This setup actually took a really long time, so that's why there's a lot of different snapping and a lot of different transitions, because cutting up all of the paper and going a little bit ham on this section was a lot of fun, because I really wanted to spend a lot of time putting my B5 together, because again, it is the first time for me doing that. But I also just, I'm like transitioning my whole entire bullet journaling style, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in my July plan with me that's coming out next week. But I decided to kind of go ham when I was first setting up my B5. So this section is 22 before 2022. Usually I would use this for different types of goals and things like that, but I decided to do more of a fun things for 22 things before 2022, because I do have my own separate goals planner. So I decided to use this for things that I want to do to kind of let loose. I have not been letting loose lately, and it has been hurting my mental health. So I thought if I put this page together, then I am for sure going to spend a little bit more time working on getting these things done. And I am transitioning to adding sketch notes to my planner. So when I complete one of these things, I'm actually going to be doing like some sketch note style like underneath rather than like marking it off. So while I do have the circle there, once I've completed an activity, I'm going to be doing a lot of sketch notes to try to, I don't know, jazz it up even more. The next one is my self-care promises. I'm really, really bad at taking care of myself. So I decided to spend some time and come up with 10 different things that I wanted to promise to myself. Things like, if it is your dream, it is worth the extra effort. Do not let anyone force you into a state of unhappiness. Although I forgot one apparently. Don't let any force you into a state of unhappiness. Put faith in love. You can say no. Don't be the toxic person in your own life. So sometimes I have a habit of doing that where I'm not taking care of myself and I have become the toxic person in my life. So I thought that it would be nice to just have a spread dedicated to things that I want to promise myself. And to set these pages up, I actually needed my B5 size guide again, since I have not been in a B5. I am making a size guide stencil similar to how I did for the A5. So that's going to be available, I think, for my July release. It should be available. The 2nd of July is when I will be having a bunch of different things come out, and there's actually quite a few stencils that are coming out in that release. A lot of things that are related to helping you set up a bullet journal. So this next page is my brain dump page. Again, because I may be working going to and from the office, I thought that it would be helpful for me to have a brain dump page so that I can put something down when I want to put something down, and I needed a page for it. So if it's business related and I don't have my business bullet journal, my traveler's notebook, then I can put it here. If it is something goals related and I don't have my goals notebook, then I can put it down here. So I thought that would be super helpful for me going forward. The next spread is how I feel. So I've been doing a lot of journaling type of things for myself. So I decided to make these how I feel pages. So how I'm feeling and how I'm feeling at the end of this notebook, which will be December of 2021. So just a place where I can freely write how I feel. My life has been a little bit chaotic. I've been struggling with my mental health quite a bit. So I really wanted to make sure that I am taking into consideration my feelings, and I can just have one spread that's all to myself. I won't be sharing that information. I just needed it to be for myself. And then I actually skipped a page, so I decided to incorporate how I'm incorporating Sketchnotes into my bullet journal. So if you don't know what Sketchnotes are, I will highly suggest you go look at Emily A. Mills on Instagram. I will link that down in the description below because I saw her demo a lot of different things about Sketchnotes in the Happily Ever Crafter workshop week for 2021. It's something I've been thinking about a lot because I have been extremely forgetful lately, and so my regular task lists aren't really cutting it for me. So I thought that doing these type of sketches where I'm incorporating both the left side of my brain and the right side of my brain. But I will also take a picture and show you how this whole spread turned out, because I also incorporate what she was talking about, the 7 building blocks, how you incorporate Sketchnotes, what you would do to refine it, how you create some consistency when you're doing Sketchnotes and things like that. So I will put in a picture there. And this is my overall setup. I hope you really like it. I am so happy with how this turned out. And it is so weird working in a B5, but I am extremely excited about it. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. If you are working in a B5, please let me know in the comments below. And if you're not, I would love to know what type of notebook that you are using. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I did not show the cover of this notebook because it's a new notebook and I can't. So there was a little bit of a sneak peek there, but I'll show you more in the July plan with me. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that kind of jazz. I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.